Anyone who knows me knows these words don't reflect who I am. I said it, I was wrong, and I apologize.
I'm out. I can no longer, in good conscience, endorse this person for president.
To have a lasting legacy that could mean something here, and that is for Donald Trump to step aside.
I cannot, in good conscience, continue to support Donald Trump.
He's in the race, and he's going to remain in the race.
This election isn't a reality TV show.
Hillary Clinton is unfit to be our president.
Hello and welcome back. We continue our special coverage of the second presidential debate. I'm John Bachman. It's great to be with you. That second presidential debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton starting any second now. Of course, the two big stories percolating over the weekend, aside from Hurricane Matthew. Hillary Clinton's leaked transcripts from those Wall Street speeches and, of course, leaked audio of Donald Trump from more than a decade ago. The GOP nominee busted for some locker room talk. Other folks think it's more serious than that. CNN reports that Hillary Clinton is getting the first question tonight. She won a coin toss. The topic, the Trump tapes. One of the most important things to watch, maybe not exactly what the candidates say, but how they are saying. This is a town hall style debate. The audience will get to ask questions directly to the candidates. For more on everything that led up to this and the cloud hanging over the debate tonight is Miranda Kahn with more on the Donald Trump tapes. Miranda?
Yeah, thanks, John. Donald Trump apologized, as you heard, for audio remarks that he made about women. Again, this was over a decade ago. The Washington Post released that leaked video, but that didn't stop Republican congressmen and senators from calling for him to leave the race.
To have a lasting legacy that could mean something here, and that is for Donald Trump to step aside. And for the Republican
Utah
Party,
Senator Mike Lee was not the only GOP congressman to call for Trump to leave. Arizona Senator John McCain and Ohio Senator Rob Portman have also said that they will not support Trump. Meanwhile, Trump's running mate, Indiana Governor Mike Pence, well, he said he cannot defend Trump's comments. Pence actually canceled an appearance in Wisconsin yesterday because of those remarks. All this comes after many in the GOP are calling for Pence now to become the nominee and for Trump to just step aside. But Trump's surrogate, Rudy Giuliani, says that won't happen.
He was selected by more Republican voters than anyone has ever been selected in a Republican primary. He owes them the duty to run. It is true that he said something and said a group of things during that interview that are reprehensible and terrible and awful, and he feels terrible about it. He's gone through it.
And Giuliani also criticized, as you heard, saying they're reprehensible and wrong. Now, this is just a portion of the audio that triggered Trump's problems. Take a listen.
I gotta use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them.
That's the very, very PG version of that audio. Trump's campaign manager, Kellyanne Conway, well, she canceled her appearance on various Sunday shows, but she did not say whether it was over Trump's comments about women. Trump also said that he is staying in the race, where he attacked the media and the establishment now for starting all these rumors. John, back to you.
All right, thanks, Miranda. All right, let's welcome in our guest to talk more about this and the debate itself. We have Jeff Crouere, the author of America's Last Chance. He's also the co-chair of the Louisiana Trump campaign, and he's the host of Ringside Politics TV and radio show. Also with us tonight, Ken Blackwell. He's a senior fellow at the Family Research Council. He's the former mayor of Cincinnati and the former Ohio Secretary of State. Gentlemen, thanks for being with us. Jeff, I want to start with you first. We all know that these comments cross the line. We don't have to say that. But what does Trump need to do in this debate tonight? What is critical that he gets across in his message to this audience to change the narrative?
Well, I think he needs to show remorse. I think he needs to say that it's not the person that he is today. I think he needs to talk about the issues that really impact Americans, and those are the jobs that are leaving our country, the border that is wide open, all the various problems we have in fighting terror, all the corruption we see in government, all the problems that people have that aren't getting addressed. And I think he needs to point the finger at Hillary and talk about everything that she represents, which is 30 years of getting nothing done in the same old establishment politics, and talk about those releases that were not discussed by the media while everybody was focusing on locker room talk over the past few days. And I think he needs to redirect the conversation to some of the lies that Hillary Clinton is spewing.
Yeah, you know, Ken, of course, what is the American public going to be more interested in? Some, trade deals that are very convoluted and esoteric to most Americans out there, or these, locker room words, potty mouth words that everybody can kind of relate to in some way. Either you hate the things that Donald Trump has said, you're offended by them, or you're standing by your candidate. Where do you stand on this, Ken? I mean, there are folks, we talked about the folks who are calling for Trump to resign, to step down.
Well, I think that's a bit over the top. So let me tell you, he has to be contrite. He has to, in all sincerity, say that that was him 11 years ago. That over the last 18 months, he's had an opportunity to talk with the American people. It's been a transforming experience. He is in this to lead America back to greatness. And he has to, in fact, project that he represents change and that Hillary Clinton represents the status quo. He has to let folks know that he's listened to them and he's heard them and he's ready to work on their behalf. He needs to let the coal miners in West Virginia and Kentucky and southeastern Ohio know that he understands their plight. He has to, in fact, let people understand that he's not so much interested in a false, misleading unemployment number. He hears the stories. He understands the narrative.
Ken, do you think the moderators, Martha Raddatz and Anderson Cooper, are going to let the conversation go there? I mean, there's this big story out there. You got two big stories, really. We talked about Hillary Clinton, too, but obviously the one that most folks right now are paying attention to is the Donald Trump story. Do you think that Anderson Cooper and Martha Raddatz are going to let the debate go in that direction?
Well, I don't think they can step on the audience. This is a different format. And while they might be guiding it, they should not dominate it. And those people in that audience have some very real questions. People understand that the first responsibility of the federal government is to make us safe, is to protect the integrity of our borders. And in fact, if that's what's on their mind, those people need to have a chance to say that. And if the moderators become dominant in this process, I actually think the audience and the viewing audience and the audience in that town hall will actually turn on them.
Jeff, do you think this format, the town hall format, initially I was thinking that this would benefit Trump because he seems to do very well when he's able to connect and talk to voters one-on-one. But now with this story out there, do you think this format could still do well for him?
Well, John, let me just say this. The moderators are both liberal. I don't trust the crowd. I don't think any of these crowds are ever strictly objective and unbiased. It seems like they always lean to the left. So I worry about that. But Trump has more energy. Trump has been doing these types of events, I think, over the course of the campaign. He interacts with people well. I think he is going to do well tonight. I think it's going to be a shining moment for him. I think he's prepared more than he did for the first debate.
Yeah, let's hope so.
But I think he needs to go after these moderators. If they just blister him with tough questions and don't ask Hillary anything like the last moderator did, Lester Holt, he's going to have to take it to the moderators, too.
I saw a report, guys, that Roy Blunt's not going to show up tonight. He's in a very tough re-election race. Marco Rubio is in a tough re-election race as well. He is not backing off his support. But I want to go through the list of the senators, some of them who are backing away from Donald Trump, pulling their endorsements. It includes John Thune, John McCain, Kelly Ayotte. There's also several House lawmakers, including Jason Chaffetz of Utah, also Ann Wagner of Missouri, and Joe Heck of Nevada. We saw him at the very beginning of the program here. Utah Governor Gary Haber said he's also going to pull his endorsement. There has been some discussion, mostly from some of the left-leaning media, that Trump could actually lose Utah. Ken, do you think that's a possibility?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a tighter race than it need be, given Mitt Romney's disposition, as well as Senator Mike Lee's. But in the long run, I think that Trump has an opportunity tonight, if in fact he is first contrite. He in fact has to own those words, and if he owns the words and asks for forgiveness and says that this has been a transformative experience for him and he's ready to lead, he can then turn the page and focus on the issues that are of concern to the American people.
And hopefully talk about these WikiLeaks transcripts from Clinton's private paid Wall Street speeches, the ones Bernie Sanders tried so desperately to come out. Now, somehow they're out, and we have them. Clinton apparently told some Wall Street bankers that she favors open borders and that she favors these open border trade policies as well. Is this something that the American electorate will grasp onto, Jeff, when you look at this? Because it is a little esoteric, this topic.
No, it's not. It's about truthfulness. It's about the integrity.
I get that, Ken, but I want to get Jeff to weigh in on this topic because it's just not, I'll be frank, it's just not as sexy to talk about.
Here's how he needs to paint it, John. It's Wall Street versus Main Street. It's the elite versus the grassroots. It's average America versus the establishment. I mean, Hillary Clinton is part of the same ruling class that has really been driving this country down for decades.
And Jeff, he's done a great job of hammering that point home to his supporters who are with him already. But the independents out there who are going to be tuning in tonight who haven't made up their mind yet, how does he win that debate on this issue?
Well, I think he needs to show that Hillary Clinton is being disingenuous, that Hillary Clinton is saying one thing to the people inside these Wall Street elite rooms and another thing to the public at large. He needs to say that, Hillary Clinton is a liar.
All right. Well, maybe that's one of those Donald Trump mic problems from the last one. I don't know what happened there. Last word to you, Ken. You got about 30 seconds to wrap it up.
I think the watchword for Donald Trump tonight is that Hillary Clinton is two-faced. That she is in fact not authentic. She in fact will lie to the public. And the fundamental issue is, how do you know when Hillary Clinton is lying? When her mouth is moving.
Yeah, you go back, if Trump continues to hammer the issue, he can go back, he can talk about the WikiLeaks, the transcripts, and show the duality of Hillary Clinton's nature when she's talking in private and talking in public. And also, let's not forget, you got James Comey out there, the FBI comments, and also painting her as a liar. There is plenty of information here that Donald Trump can go to without having to dig up the Bill Clinton issues, and I hope he doesn't go there. Let's all remember what happened during the impeachment. We're out of time, gentlemen. Unfortunately, we've got to wrap it up. Great talking with you. We'll let you get back to tuning in, watching the debate, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Jeff Crouere, Glenn Blackwell, thanks so much for being with us. Well, it certainly feels like the feeding frenzy is happening right now. Everyone piling on Donald Trump. And remember when everyone was so outraged about Donald Trump telling supporters to punch a protester in the face? Well, this is Robert De Niro. You may have seen his video now. He now says he wants to punch Trump in the face. We're going to show you which Hollywood star says he is now ashamed of Robert De Niro, and he's not pulling any punches for those Republicans who are backing away from their nominee as well. We'll talk about that. We're going to take a look in at the debate. We'll have much more. We got social media. Miranda Khan is coming back. We got Tom Maslam coming back with us as well. Stay tuned. Newsmax TV has you covered. We're watching the debate. I know you are too. Don't forget, you got multiple screens. You can watch us. You can watch the debate. We want to hear from you too. We're taking your calls. We'll be back after this.